Hi, my name's Nate, and over this next course of videos, we're going to show you the do's and don'ts of building shipping container homes, cabins, and offices. I've been a construction guy my whole life. We've been building these shipping container homes and cabins for the last few years. I spent 15 years before that building homes and remodeling homes, and that's my strong suit, and that's what I'm going to try to share with you. One big thing I want to make sure is that you do like, comment, and subscribe, especially subscribe, because I want you to be able to get the alerts on when these videos come up. So again, over the next series of videos, I'm going to show you how to purchase, build, how to select which ones you want to use, and all the process of building these out to the home or cabin or even office that you're going to need. And in fact, I'm in a container right now that we've built over the last few weeks. So in this first video, we're going to tell you about what to look for when you're picking your shipping container. There's multiple shipping container options. You have used and multi-trip, which means they've been back and forth over the ocean many times. Usually they're about 10 to 15 years old. And then you have one trip, where they call new shipping containers, where they won't have any damage, any dents or dings, very little rust, because they've only been here once from wherever they originated from. When locating your shipping container, you may want to check local classified ads, or even Facebook nowadays will have people selling great condition containers. A lot of those guys are wholesale guys, and they'll be able to give you a good deal with delivery. So I'm first going to talk to you about the multi-trip containers. That's going to be your most common unit that you're going to use to build these shipping container homes. So what you're going to look for when you're looking for a multi-trip container is the amount of rust. There's going to be rust and dents on them, but it's okay to have some rust. You'll be able to scrape some of that off, but you want to make sure it's not heavily rusted, flaking, things like that. You want to make sure there's no holes in it where you can see daylight from the inside, anything like that, because you're not going to be waterproof anymore. Whereas the difference is on the one-trip containers you're going to have, where there won't be any dents, or if there are, it'll be very minimal. There's not going to be very much rust, and when you paint them, they're going to paint very easily. One thing you want to watch out for is that the rust isn't too heavy, because if you see too much flaking, then you'll have to scrape the container down more than normal. And you'll see that when you paint it, you'll still have to scrape it again, and you're going to double your workload. Whereas if you get a container that is not as rusted and it does not have flaking rust, you'll be able to paint over it with just some light scraping, and it's going to look great. Something else you want to check out on the multi-trip containers is the floor. You want to make sure they're still solid. There's going to be some scrapes here and there, but that's not a big deal, because once you put your flooring down, that's going to cover it. Or if you want to stain the floor, it'll give it some good character. But if you have floor that's flaking, peeling, or anything like that, or even coming up, you want to watch out for that, because that could mean that the metal underneath is rotted. The other kind of container we talked about earlier is, of course, the one-trip container. The one that's only been over here once across the ocean, and then it stayed here. The benefit to those is you're not going to have very many dents, if any at all, and you're going to have very minimal rust. So you won't have to do as much scraping, as much prep. You'll still have to pull labels off, things like that, but you won't have to worry about any holes or metal patches. Now, some states, they do require to use a one-trip, multi-trip container if you're going to use it in the city. But if you're out in the country, I would suggest saving a couple $1,000s and just going ahead and use the multi-trip and doing the paint. So that'll conclude our first video of selecting the shipping container that'll best fit your needs. Please do subscribe so you do get the upcoming content on how to completely build out these shipping container homes, cabins, and offices. I want to be able to share all the knowledge we've learned so you can build one for yourself that will last for years. So in the next video, we're going to talk about framing and wiring in your shipping container, and we'll also discuss the painting options on the exterior, so the shipping container will perform the way you're wanting it to for years to come.